Okay, everyone. So, put up a post on LinkedIn the other day and showed everyone how to create a project file from your PBIX file in Power BI, and then that gives you all of the metadata to do amazing things with like ChatGPT or any other AI model that you're using. And I was honestly amazed at how many didn't actually realize this. So I'm going to show you very quickly how you can do this yourself. So I'm just going to I'm going to go into our resource center here. Okay, I'm going to go to showcase, and I'm going to grab, say, a random one from here. Let's find one. Okay, let's download this one here. Okay, employee insights. Okay, like so. Okay, I just got to extract it. Okay, so you'd open up any PBIX file like this. Okay. So we'll just wait till this opens up, and then what we're going to do is we're going to save it as a PBIP file, a project file. Okay. Okay, and then we can do amazing stuff, absolutely amazing stuff. I mean, the AIs can do, the AI, whatever AI model we use can make a huge difference, okay, to everything that we're doing, right? Okay, so this is actually a slightly different report to the one I downloaded, but anyway, it is still has a little bit of detail, okay? It's not look, this isn't huge, okay? This is not a huge report. It's not absolutely massive, but it's got some ideas, right? So it's got a model. It's got look, it's not complex, but that's fine. If I'll show you some techniques that you can use if it's more complex to manage context windows and certain things like that. Okay, so what we do is we save our report, right? Okay, we need to save it. Okay, and then what you need to do down here, okay, so you see where PBIX is there. What we need to do, I'll just zoom in here again, is change this to a PBIP. Okay, change this to a PBIP. Okay, make sure we're actually saving it in a location. So I don't want to actually save it here. Okay, I want to save it in there. Okay, so PBIP, and I go save. Okay, and then what this does is, see in that folder that I unzipped, right? I click in that, and then I have these two folders that come up. One says report, one says semantic model. Okay, so we want to go into semantic model and then look for model.bim. Okay, model.bim. This is out of all of the files that you're given, this is the one that matters. This is the most important one. Okay, and then we want to double click. Okay, and then we want to open this in a notepad. Okay, like so. Just go always. Okay, and let's have a look at what this actually brings out. Okay, so the way to think of this is it brings out all of the metadata around what's going on in your Power Query, what's going on in your data model, and what's going on in your DAX formulas. Okay, so those are the three key things that sort of come together to do a lot of the sort of like the analytical engine of your report, right? Okay, so you see here, if we just quickly do a look down here, you'll see that this is all like M code. So M code and information about each different. So this is actually quite detailed M code. It's all formatted quite well also. Okay. So this is actually very detailed, every column of every table, right? Okay, and so you see here, this is some M code that was used to create the date table. You just scroll down a little bit more here. So just going into detail, right? And so probably too much detail in a lot of cases, but the great thing about AI is that we can just pop it in there and it will give us all the details. Okay. And so you see here, we come down here and now we're starting to see a lot of DAX formulas, etc. Okay. And I'll show you how good these models are with this. Okay. I'll show you how good they are. Even if you're not totally convinced about AI and you don't feel like it's perfect, it still is incredibly helpful. Okay. Incredibly helpful. So I can go, I'm a big fan. I think it's absolutely amazing what you can do, particularly the best models that you can get access to now. Because I'm going to go copy. Okay. I'm going to copy all of this. I don't want to do anything else. I'm just going to copy it. Okay. So you see here, it's like 55,000 characters. Okay, then I'm going to go into ChatGPT. You want to be using the best model possible, okay? I have the high pro subscription currently, so I would generally use this, but I'm going to use mini because that is the, you can even use mini, I think, for free in some cases, okay? And then I'm going to paste this all in, okay? Up here, I'm going to say, can you please give me the entire data model in this Power BI report, okay? Okay, so what it'll do is take all that, all this confusing language, and it will give us our model, right? Okay, it will give us our details of our model. Okay, no, I didn't want it like that. No. I need to be a little bit more specific. Okay, no, I didn't want that. I would like the model to be in. I would like just the details of the model, columns, tables, columns, relationships. Okay. So what we can do with this, right, and this has really opened my mind about an app that we could almost automate. Like I believe I could build an app that would automate a lot of this work. But anyway, we'll work through this together, and then I'll show you what I think we can do from an automation point of view. Okay, it's really, really playing up for me. Okay, here we go. Okay, so this is much better. Okay, date table template. Okay, so I don't know if we even really need this. And the date table. Okay, so it's breaking it out, and it's giving us more information than I asked for even now, but still useful. Okay, and then employee data, key metrics. Okay, so it's broken it out into a more readable form, right? And then it's got the relationships. Okay, then I'm going to say, okay, I actually have voice typing on here, so I'm going to do voice typing from now on. Can you please give me a SQL code that just gives me the core data model for this report? Just the core model. I want full SQL code for that particular table or tables with relationships. That's all I want. I don't want anything else. By the way, I'm always trying to voice type when I'm using AI, regardless of where I'm using it. I really try and refrain from writing things out because I can just be a lot more detailed without having to type it all out, and I just work faster. Okay, so this is better, right? So the main data model was like a dates table and the employee data, right? Okay, so this is actually a very good format, by the way, to get a lot, to build the context around your model, because the AIs really know SQL very, very well, super well, right? And so what you can do is you can copy this, and then you could say something like, okay, please base this as our core model now, and give me some model now, model from now on. Also, in your answer, maybe just give me a few ideas around what I could be analyzing based on this model. What are some of the analytical insights we could derive from this data and this data model? Okay, let's see what it comes back with here. So mini is pretty quick. Okay, so based on the core model, here are some analytical ideas you might consider. Hiring, analyze hiring trends by joining employee data. Yep. Okay, cool. And then I could say, can you please give me more and maybe break them out into separate subheaders? Cool. Okay, so tons of ideas here now. Okay, so here's some other things we can do. Okay, so what I want to do, so this was another thing I was doing. This is really helpful actually. Okay, so I pasted in the whole thing again. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, please extract all of the DAX measures from this report and from the data above, and give them all to me in a list with the name of the measure. Okay. Please actually give me the DAX measures. I want to see the DAX measures as well. I want to see you extract the measures out. Like you could keep going. You could honestly keep going on here for ages. Like you could get help optimizing a specific measure. You could get help optimizing your M code, optimizing your report, tons of different things. So whilst it's doing that, and if you're like, I did see a comment, like sometimes your report would be huge, like so you would have a lot of like characters here, a lot of tokens is what is the terminology for it. So what you want to do is you want to sort of find the breakpoint. You want to sort of find, okay, where does M code end and where do the measures start? Okay, and so the measures probably start, okay, well, key metrics is sort of where my measures were, right? And so you can just put in groupings of these, okay. And so you don't have to copy and paste the whole thing, okay? Cool. Okay, so it's now extracted all of these out for me, okay? So what I can do, okay, here's a little trick, like, and this is a bit of insight into what I think AI agents is really going to transform, right? Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this, okay? I'm going to go to DeepSeek. So this is just an example. I'm just using DeepSeek here to highlight you can use multiple AIs to evaluate what the AIs are saying, right, and to provide suggestions based on what the AIs are saying. This is just like almost unlimited automation possibilities. Okay, I'm going to paste this in. I'm going to say, here is my current data model. Please commit this to memory, and we will do some work on this shortly. Okay, I'm just going to do DeepSeek R1. Okay. And then, okay. Then I'm going to go back to here, okay. And I'm going to grab all of my measures that I currently have, okay. Okay, so this one is a slightly different experience, but it's still pretty fascinating. Like these are quite fascinating reads, actually. Okay, so this can give us a bit of evaluation. It can just check the work. It can check the work of ChatGPT. It can check the work of other AI models that you might use, right? Okay, so it's giving us a few ideas here. Okay. Here are all of my current DAX measures that I have in this particular report using this data model. Can you please provide some suggestions and also a range of new DAX measures that I could create that would be relevant using the data that we have and from what I am currently not doing. I find that R1, right? R1 is incredible at DAX. It's actually very, very good. Also, I can't really say with a lot of conviction that Mini is that good at DAX. I mean, I think it's all right. I'm very confident that this is very good. O3 Mini High. I've been using it for incredibly complex like M code and DAX and stuff. So it's very, very good. Okay, so it's going to come up with 15 new DAX measures tailored to your data model along with improvements. Okay. So, look, even if one of these was wrong or a couple, it just wouldn't matter. You know, to me, the amount of ideas that you can get out of this. I mean, these are great ideas. Like these are great ideas that are not currently in my report, right? And like all we've got to do is just copy and paste, you know? And because the important thing here is that we've given it the exact names of columns and exact information about the data model, right? And so everything is very tailored, or should be very tailored to that. So it should literally be a copy and paste. And that makes a huge difference. Huge difference, okay? You can even do things like this. I'll show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you how good mini high is here, okay? I'm going to grab this. Okay, so this is the pro subscription, okay? So I know not everyone's going to have this, but I just want to show you. So I'm going to start a new chat. I'm going to paste this in. Please take all of the information above, and can you give me some ideas about how we could improve the data model, how we could maybe add different dimensions that would be interesting, maybe in different tables. I just want you to think deeply about the data model that we're using and how can we make it better for better insights in my report, ultimately, inside of Power BI. Okay, so this one thinks for a lot longer, but it does come back with better solutions. Like that is my vibe. I don't know for sure. I don't do any like extensive testing. It's just my vibe. You know, if you give the models a bit more time to think, they just provide better ideas, right? So streamline and enrich the data dimension. Consider consolidating the multiple date tables into one robust. Well, I think that's just sort of like a nuance of our model here. Yep. So a single comprehensive date table. Yep. Enrich the data. Yep. Break out additional employee attributes into a dedicated dimension. For example, you might create a separate employee profile table that includes job roles, departments, or even manager relationships if available. Include calculated fields, performance rating bands, or experience levels. Yep, okay. Introduce a scenario or simulated dimension. The simulated changes table is used for what of analysis. Consider transforming this into a parameter table or scenario dimension. Okay. Refine fact tables and mean calculations, improve data quality, explore additional dimensions. Okay. Pretty good, right? Okay, I'm going to ask another thing. Can you please give me some recommendations on improved M code from our Power queries? I want you to extract the M code and then give me suggestions on how we can improve it. Okay, so you can break out all parts here. So you can break out Power Query, you can break out your model, you can break out DAX, you can get help on analysis that you should be doing. The key thing is that we've placed the context of the model, right? It has all of the context of how the model actually works, which is crucial. And I like to put it in that SQL format because I find that the AI I don't know for sure if it's any better than just like giving it text, but I think it's a surefire way to sort of just be confident that the AIs sort of know what the model looks like, right? Because they're very, very good at SQL. Very good. Okay, so you see here, so it's just giving us, it's extracting from this massive download, right? It's extracting the M code and it's just giving us all these recommendations, okay? And you see the format seems better in this O3 mini high for some reason. Okay, so import, employee data import, extracted M code. Okay, so it's really just formatted it, hasn't it? It's just really formatted it in that one. Okay, simulated changes import. Okay, here we go. Modularized common functions, inline documentation, consistent naming. Yeah, I mean, it's just incredible recommendations, right? These models are getting so much better, okay? So much better. Unfortunately, if you're just using Copilot, you're not getting access to a lot of this stuff, but you know, these models are incredible at this stuff. Absolutely incredible. But even if they get a couple of things wrong, does it really matter? I mean, the 95% of the time they're adding so much value. They're adding so much value to what you're doing, right? It just speeds everything up. I mean, imagine just being able to copy and paste all of this stuff, right? I can just say, okay, really love what you did here. Can you please provide me another 15 high quality, maybe more advanced DAX formulas that we could maybe use in this particular report for analysis? Okay, so, you know, we can just set it off. And so where can we automate this? Okay, so my idea is all of these particular models have APIs, and I've been building a lot. I've been building a ton of things, and there is absolutely no reason why we couldn't. And this is what AI agents are going to do: is you upload your BIM file, right, and you just set off a whole lot of AI automations that just go and do every single part of this, like exactly like we're doing here, but just goes and does it automatically. That is exactly what is coming. And we're going to build it. Like, I'm determined to actually build this, and we're probably going to give it away for free too. That's how how much is possible these days. Okay, and how I'm more interested in showing you how you can build these amazing solutions to automate stuff these days, because the democratization of app development is just unbelievable. It's absolutely extreme how much is being democratized, like 10 times easier. So there's some huge things coming, and look forward to getting your hands on those as soon as I can. Cool. Okay, so it just keeps on going. And some of you think, okay, well, DeepSeek, data security, all that kind of stuff. Okay, yeah, that's fine. But we can actually access a DeepSeek API. That is based in the US, which is basically just the DeepSeek model. It doesn't actually go anywhere else other than a US-based servers, and we actually have this available within Mentor. So if you go to Mentor here and you do a query, maybe we want to do Code Explainer. You'll see here we've got DeepSeek by Grok, which is a US company. You can also get help with any of these models. Actually, you can use any of them. Okay, cool. So look, the future of this, by the way, and this is what we'll put up soon. We will be creating is just automation. You'll be able to load up your file, and we will do all the automation for you. We will create all of these formulas for you automatically. Set it off. 5 minutes later, you'll get this detailed report. Or interface online where you will be able to upload it quickly into Power BI and be done. I think it's going to be huge. Going to be absolutely huge. Okay, hopefully you enjoyed that one. Look forward to getting your feedback.